Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's the International Women's Day. Congratulations and happy International Women's Day to all women out there. Like I said on the morning show, go out, have fun, catch fun, celebrate, let your husband celebrate you, celebrate your mom, celebrate your sister, because it is their day. And indeed, we are not also forgetting what the women has done for us when it comes to the world of sports. And they are still doing what they know how to do best and still doing well for us. It's actually brought a lot of laurels to us in this country. The likes of Toby Amuson, Asisa Toshola, Rashida Tachibade in football. Asisa Toshola winning a record 6 times African Woman Player of the Year. Massive one. Chiamaka Nadozie became African #1 women's goalkeeper. A whole lot that the women has done in this in the world of sport for Nigeria, and they have put our name on the global map. Toby Amuson, a world champion, 2022 Oregon, United States of America. She broke the world record. Lord Ese Brume also, Root to Sorrow, Favor of Philly at the under 20 championship athletics for the young ones, where she broke a record, 200-meter record. So a lot for the women. And it's indeed also the African Games is happening tonight. The opening ceremony will be taking place tonight, and we'll be looking forward to our women who are there to represent the country when it comes to the African Games. The opening ceremony, the game starts properly today, and the opening ceremony is billed for tonight at the Accra International Stadium in the Accra City in Ghana. That is where the opening ceremony will be taking place, and it's a big one, massive one. The African Games is ongoing. The first medal for the country was brought by a woman, that is Ofyong Edem in table tennis, bronze medal. So you see, it coincides with the Women's International Day. Woman bringing the first medal to this country in table tennis. The male counterpart, Aruna Kadri, lost in the singles final. Big one for us. So for the African Games, like I said, eyes will be on Team Nigeria. 385 athletes Nigeria will be showcasing at the 2023 African Games in Ghana, with 25 sports: football, athletics, volleyball, badminton, swimming, and a whole lot of more that Nigeria will be participating in. 25 sports, 385 athletes, and at the opening ceremony tonight, all eyes will be on Team Nigeria to actually rack in a lot of medals: gold, silver, bronze, and what have you in that in the games. So let's see where Nigeria will finish on the medals table. In 2019, we did so well. We surpass and at least go one further than the record in 2019. That was in Rabat, Morocco. You know, South Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, these 3 countries are always at the top, at the forefront when it comes to all of these games, because they participate in more games. But this time around, I think Nigeria is also participating in more games. It's not the number of games you participate in. What counts is your gold medal. A country can win 25 silver in the competition. At the end of the day, a country that wins just 2 goals, 3 goals, gold medal will be ahead of a country that amassed 25 silver or 100 silver, 100 bronze medal. 1 gold surpass all of this. So if Nigeria wins 25 sports, and if we win 25 gold medals in all of the sports that we are participating in, who says we cannot be at the top of the table? 385 athletes. Out of 385 athletes, let's say 250 gets gold medal. Where do you think Nigeria will be on the medals table? Massive one. The opening ceremony will be coming up tonight, and eyes will be on all our women, because it is International Women's Day. Let's see what they will do at the 13th edition of the African Games. So good one for us. The opening ceremony, like I said, tonight is going to run from today till the 24th of March 2024, right there in the country, in Accra. That is in Ghana, where the hostilities will be going down for the 2023, the 13th edition African Games. Formerly, it was called All African Games, but they have to remove the all and just name it African Games, because it encompasses all of the countries. 53 African countries are right there in Accra, Ghana, taking part, and Nigeria is having 385 athletes, with 25 sports to be to showcase. So we will be participating in 25 sports with 385 athletes. All right, let's leave the African Games tonight. The big one by 12 midnight tonight. The big one will be happening, the Battle of Riyadh, right there in Saudi Arabia, where our own Nigeria-British-born Anthony Joshua will be up against his African counterpart from Cameroon, that is Francis Ngannou, the Battle of Riyadh. And just hours ago, during the weigh-in, Joshua weighed lighter than Ngannou. Joshua 18 lobs, for Ngannou it was 19. But at the end of the day, Joshua said weighing in, even though he is lighter than Ngannou, he's going to get the job done in the ring. And for Ngannou has said he's going to teach Joshua a lesson. Let's not forget, in a hurry, Ngannou almost knocked out Tyson Fury before a unanimous decision was awarded to Tyson Fury, which he used in defeating Ngannou in his first boxing fight. Now against our own Anthony Joshua, both of them has been well of worse before this fight. They've been talking tough, and you know, Cameroon, we started dealing with Cameroon from handball, and from handball to football, where we actually defeated them in the second round at the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, and right now we are still going to meet in boxing. So a whole lot, we have a date with Cameroon when it comes to all sports. So no matter how you look at it, he's a Nigerian, even though they put British-born Nigerian. He's a Nigerian. We know he's from Shagamu in Ogun State. So he will be in the ring against Francis Ngannou of Cameroon tonight, 12 midnight. That fight will be happening from 11 p.m. You just have to glue to your TV and take a glimpse and watch what Anthony Joshua will do to Francis Ngannou. It's a very big fight that will be coming up tonight. The Battle of Riyadh, though there's no bet attached to this. So I don't think maybe there is belt to be won, but it's going to be the Battle of Riyadh. It's going to be pound for pound. It's going to be blow for blow. Anthony Joshua has actually worked on himself, a man who is coming from the UFC. And after this fight, Ngannou has said he's going to return back to UFC, where he's an ultimate champion. But let's see what Joshua will do to Francis Ngannou tonight in the Battle of Riyadh. That match from 11 p.m. like I said, just stay glued to your TV and just find a way of watching this fight, because this fight has been on the books for so long. Just the way Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight has been on the books for so long, and definitely we will be waiting to see if that fight will happen between Usyk and Tyson Fury. But this time around, this one is happening tonight in Riyadh. You know, Riyadh has become a center of all the pound-for-pound sports. And also, let's not forget that the Formula One is also going on in Riyadh. So Riyadh is actually hosting some of the big sports in the world. If you want to enjoy some boxing, go to Riyadh and you'll see Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou tonight doing what they know how to do best. You can decide to leave the shores of this country tonight, maybe probably by 8. If you have your own means of getting there, you can leave before that time, or probably you are already in the city of Riyadh, because after now, we'll be going to Riyadh to see what Joshua will be doing to Francis Ngannou. It's a very big fight and a very big one at that matter. All right, let's leave the pound-to-pound sports now and go straight to talk some round leather game. It's a good news for the Super Eagles, and also it's a good news for Napoli, because the game will be coming up tonight. The good news is that Victor Osimhen has returned to full training, and we know tonight there is a game. They have a Serie A fixture will be coming up tonight, and the good news is that for the new coach of Napoli, he's happy that Victor Osimhen, a champion, a fighter, a goal poacher, is back to full training, and probably we might just see him getting some action tonight in that Serie A fixture. And like I said, it's a good news for the Super Eagles also, because we will be playing the World Cup qualifiers, and we need all our players to be in shape before the World Cup qualifiers, the double header against the Bafana of South Africa in June. So we need all our players to be up and running and fit for all of the World Cup qualifiers and the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. So let's see tonight if Victor Osimhen is going to get some minutes under his belt were at this Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, where they will be hosting their opponent in the Italian Serie A fixture. All right, let's leave the Italian Serie A before we talk about fixtures. Let's look at the Europa League as in Conference League result last night. There were games that were played last night in the round of 16 of the Europa Conference League. We look at the Europa League in the morning show, but this time it is third tier Europe competition, where Ajax and Aston Villa played a goalless draw. Molde of Norway beat Club Brugge of Belgium 2-1. Maccabi Tel Aviv of Israel trashed Olympiacos away in Greece 4-1. And then Loxley also beat SK Storm Graz of Austria 3-0. Dynamo Zagreb beat POK Salonika of Greece 2-0. Maccabi Haifa lost to Fiorentina of Italy 4-3 in that game, the 7-goal thriller. And Servette and Victoria Pleasant played a goalless draw. And then Unios and Gilose of Belgium lost to Fenerbahce of Turkey 3-0. Good one, big games in the third tier of the Europe competition. And for all of the English team, I think they are doing well. Aston Villa played the goalless draw in the Europa Conference League. Brighton lost their game. West Ham lost their game. Liverpool won their own in the Europa League competition. But a good one for all of the games. And the good news also is that we have Nigerians playing in all of this competition, and that is the way it is. If you leave the shores of this country, you should be able to hold your own when you are playing for these European-based clubs. We know AC Milan also won their game 4-2. That is the team of Samuel Chukwueze. So good one for all of the Nigerian players plying their trade out there in Europe. All right, let's leave the Europa Conference League results. Let's go straight to the biggest franchise of the world. That is the NBA. Talking about the NBA, the biggest franchise. Let's look at some NBA results. Games went down in the NBA. Brooklyn Nets lost just by 6-goal margins there, 6 points to Detroit Pistons, 112 to 118. We have Minnesota Timberwolves beat Indiana Pacers 113 to 111 points. Miami Heat lost to Dallas Mavericks 108 to 114, and Toronto Raptors lost by 7 points to Phoenix Suns 113 to 120. Boston Celtics lost to Denver Nuggets 109 to 115, and then Chicago Bulls beat Golden State Warriors. It was a very close game. In that game, Antetokounmpo 125 to 122 points in that game, Chicago Bulls and Golden State Warriors. And for San Antonio Spurs and Sacramento Kings, it was also a close one, just 2 points there, 129 to 131 points for Sacramento Kings. It's getting hotter and hotter. The NBA season is gradually winding down. Well, we'll now see all of the top 8 teams go for the finals, and then the down 8 teams will go for the playoff. Who is going to stay and who is going to go down? That is what it is in the when it comes to the NBA. The NBA this season is looking so interesting. No team have the bragging rights over the other, like you saw in that game between San Antonio Spurs and Sacramento Kings, and also the game between Chicago Bulls and Golden State Warriors. Those are some of the results in NBA. And let's quickly look at today's fixtures in Europe League. We have games coming up tonight in the top 4 European League. There's no game in EPL, but I think in other leagues there are games. We have one game in La Liga. That's Barcelona will be at Camp Nou to welcome Real Mallorca. In German Bundesliga, we have VfB Stuttgart against FC Union Berlin. Napoli, like I said, well, we're happy that Victor Osimhen is back to full training. Maybe we'll see some action tonight against Torino, Napoli against Torino. And we have Nice against Montpellier in the French Ligue 1. Those are about 4 games tonight. 1 in La Liga, 1 in German Bundesliga, 1 in Italian Serie A, and 1 in the French Ligue 1. Those games will be coming up tonight. Tonight, you can just catch some actions of those games while you use these games to prepare yourself for the big one that will be happening between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou of Cameroon in the Battle of Riyadh. Who wins that battle tonight is now left to be seen of these two boxers. All right, before then, you can watch these games, especially the game Napoli against Torino. Let's see if Victor Osimhen will continue where he left it in getting goals for Napoli tonight. We know that before this game against Juventus, he missed a penalty, and was the coach has actually rallied around him to say no. You can miss some penalties, and I love what the coach said about Victor Osimhen. He said he's a fighter and he believes in him. He believes the goals will come, and a whole lot. I know he was disappointed of not scoring in that game against Juventus, where he missed. He actually won the penalty, and then he took the ball. Eventually, he missed that spot kick. All right, let's look at some transfer stories on the show. It's a very good news for, I think, the women. It is the International Women's Day, and we're going to talk about this particular woman who has made a very giant move, becoming the second most expensive player when it comes to women's football history. She left China, and now she's in United States. Orlando Pride of the that is National Women's Soccer League in United States captures Zambia Barbara Banda in a world record transfer fee of about $740,000 and if you convert that money, is £581,000 from Chinese club Shanghai Shenzhen, and that is which will be playing her football now in the National Women's Soccer League. The team that is a Pride, Orlando Pride FC in the National Women's Soccer League in the United States of America. $740,000 for a female player. I think they are getting there, and very soon a female player will be bought for 120 million euros, 130 million euros, 100 million euros. This is how it started with Cristiano Ronaldo, 80 million. Then we went to Gareth Bale, from Gareth Bale to Neymar, and now we're now buying players with a high lot of money in the men's world. But right now, I think attention is also shifting to the women's football, where we have seen our own African sister, that is Barbara Banda, in that record fee for Orlando Pride, $740,000 in pounds, £581,000. So gradually, these women will be bought for a whole huge amount of money. So it's a good one for Barbara Banda, who plays who is the captain of the Zambia national women team. She was instrumental for Zambia when they knocked out the Black Queens of Ghana in the Paris 2024 Olympics qualifier. She got that goal late on in that game. So for Barbara Banda, congratulations to her. She's leaving China to the United States of America, where we also saw Asisat Oshola leaving Spain for BFC in the National Women's Soccer League. So a whole lot attention is now being moved to the National Women's Soccer League in the United States of America. So she's 23 years of age. Barbara Banda, congratulations to you for scooping this deal and going to United States of America. Let's quickly look at the last one on the show. Thomas Tuchel, we know what is happening to him in Bayern Munich, but this man say it's not yet over. He's keen to return to Chelsea, after Bayern Munich exit. He wants to go back to Chelsea, where he actually made a name, where he actually got what he has been looking for. That's the Champions League trophy in 2021. So good one against Manchester City in that final. He lifted that trophy, and right now he's looking forward after he will be leaving Bayern Munich at the end of the season because of some poor result. Definitely, he wants to go back to Chelsea, either Chelsea, Manchester United. He has his eye on this club, Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool, where Jurgen Klopp will also be leaving. So a whole lot for Thomas Tuchel. Let's see if Chelsea will want him back, or probably Manchester United will just ask their Dutch manager, that is Erik ten Hag, and bring in Thomas Tuchel, who's not really having it rosy in the German Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the program's first update this evening. We are sorry our guest couldn't join us on the show, but in subsequent edition, we'll be having our guest. All right, happy International Women's Day once more, and all of the women, go out there and celebrate yourself. Let your husband celebrate you. Brothers, celebrate your sisters, because it is their day. That is where we'll leave it on the program. Also tonight, can catch the big one between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou in the Battle of Riyadh. That is it on the program Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Say thanks for watching.
Of the match coming out now, captain of the day, Daniel Togo in front, Yuma Wagwa also in front, on the side. We see Osagi, Odisi Gudea, while we see Kazu Inaya, and Emmanuel.